there's a student there who knows how to cut hair. So I tried to cut my hair very short, and I wanted to be like the cut of for the boys. But it doesn't look good on me because my face is very big and my hair is so short. Yeah, thankfully it's a bit longer now. So I said I will not do that again, and I think I will not cut my hair for 2 years.
Yeah. It's a take 2 years to fix your phone, right?
Because my hair is wavy, like it's wavy. So when I notice my other friends, their hair it's very quick to get it long, but mine, it's so, like, it takes a very long time because it's not straight, it's wavy.
Yeah.
That's the reason why. And then I found out Anna in Hama Village also cut her hair very short, like the cut of a boy. She was influenced by her friends. All right, guys. So our topic for today is all about family,
Family.
and maybe I guess you can talk more in this topic. Maybe you can relate it with your experience as people having family. But the paragraph is also very short. So I guess the paragraph is not that difficult, right?
Yeah.
Mm. And so let's start our topic today, of course, by asking, what do you understand about the essay? So just summarize what you understand, or what are the important things that you can get. Who wants to answer first?
Yeah, in this lesson, I learned a new word that's a large K kid.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, and
It's a term.
it's a term.
Yeah, word and terms are different.
Mm, it's a
Mm,
term.
yeah.
Um, and I think this paragraph talk about um, the importance of parents in home with their children.
Mm.
They can go out for earn money, but if they spend time for um, children, it's good for children, and it make the children become better in the future.
Right. So basically, this really talks about the effect of how parents raise their kids, right? And while I was reading again the essay, that's when you came in the class, Anna. I was actually singing because I remember the song. When I read this essay, I remember the song entitled "Love for a Child" by Jason Mraz. So if you have time, you can listen to that song and maybe know its meaning as part of learning English as well. Maybe it's an extension of your lesson in this one. So
Yeah.
I was I was listening to this song, and yeah, this is the title,
Love for children. Love for a
Love
child.
for a Child by
Yeah.
Jason Mraz. Yeah. It's a good song actually, but the this talks about American kids, but maybe some of Vietnamese parents can also reflect on that. So it's very timely for our lesson for today. Okay, thanks, Anna. So how about you, Cam? What do you think are the most important things that you can get from the essay? Come, are you still sleepy?
Uh, no, I'm okay. I think in this paragraph, I can get some idea. The first is the children nowadays are really lonely in their home when the parents also to go out for earning money. They put their children in a small house with lonely, and they have to adapt with that. And another side, I think, uh, if the parent spend enough of time and lovely for the children, they will to grow up and become a good people in the future. That's it.
Okay. So I think the analogy of this one or the logic behind this essay is that as the as the world progresses or developed, less people will be left at home, right? Because more people are outside. And who are those people who will be left at home? Those people are kids because they still don't have the capacity or ability to go outside and earn money and contribute to their family's needs. But actually, in the countryside, almost all members of the family are outside. Why? Because even kids already work. And I don't know if we can say that if you're a child right now and you do not work, you are lucky. Because in the countryside, most children work for them to contribute to their family's economy. Have you heard about those stories? Like kids at a very young age, they already work to help their family. You haven't?
No, no, yes.
Oh, you missed one half of your life. Okay, Anna, I cannot hear you.
Yeah, I had some situation like that, and this often in a poor family or without parents. They can pass away or go far from home to live and earn money.
Mm, okay, I got that. So I guess in our case we are lucky. Would you say that you as a kid you are lucky or you were lucky before as a kid? Anna, when you go back to your childhood, would you say that you're a lucky child?
Yeah, I think I was a lucky kid because I often have my my parents' love.
Mm,
Yeah.
all right, that's amazing. So how about you, Cam? I think Cam is the luckiest here. He's always lucky. Or are you Cam? The
Uh,
Camster?
yes, I think I am real lucky when I have a parent always to take care for me and my younger sister really good. So yes, I think I'm really lucky.
Okay, congratulations, everyone. So, in our essay here, it says that if the parents are good role models, it doesn't matter what kind of family structure do you have. Okay, because sometimes if your family is nuclear, extended, or whatever kind of family, but if parents are not good role models, the children will also grow up to be not as good as they can be. Do you believe in that? That parents are are the key to have children that are really better and good in society and in the family. Do you understand the question? In our
Uh, it,
last sentence.
yes. In my case, I think every people always to reflection by their environment, and especially when in the time when the children to live up on their parent really important and affected with a child when they become adult. And in my case, um, I think my parents and parent lifestyle also to affect to me when I want to build up for me. So if I have a good parent, I believe that's a good point for I can start with a good family for myself. I think so.
All right. So you also got something from your parents when you have your own family. How about you, Anna?
Yeah, I think between parents and children always have a special connection. And I, I think parent role uh, is very important to children character. So
Okay.
it's useful not only for their family but also for the society.
Yes, that's right. Because when we are actually raising kids, we are raising the future of our society, right? Will your kids pay direct taxes or indirect taxes? So, if your kids pay indirect direct tax to the government, maybe they contribute more to the society. All right. So that's it for this essay, guys. Let's go to the question. So let's have the first question here. Maybe you already know the answer. What is a nuclear family? Cam, what is a nuclear family?
I think nuclear family is a smaller family with just two parent with a parent and one or two kids in a family.
All right, that's it. So nuclear family is just small. It's only the what do you call that? Just really the family, no extension, no other like the immediate, yeah, immediate family. That's it. So nuclear family, it means the immediate members of the family. It doesn't matter how many kids you have, even if you have 3 kids, 4 kids, as long as it is an immediate family, only the parents and children. It's nuclear family. Okay, and number two, also, I think the meaning was given here. Anna, what does a latchkey kid mean?
I think lucky kid is a kid who has the key to uh, can open the door in in their house, but their parents are always uh, outside to um, to earn money.
Mm, all right. So it's not only a child who have access to house on their own, but it's also a child wherein the parents are working outside. So just a question, Anna, do you think that you can say that your kid is or your son is a latchy kid?
No, Bina, because uh, when I go out for working, In my house, always, in my house, my husband always live with him.
Mm-mm. They're always together.
Yeah. And sometimes when he busy, when my husband's busy, um, he can pick my son, our son, to their parent-in-law,
Mm-mm.
his my parent-in-law house to take
Okay.
care of my
So,
son. Yeah.
mhm. So at least one of you is there to take care of your son. Okay. So that's good, Anna. And according to anthropology, guys, there are six types of family. So there are many. I thought it's only three because that's what I remembered when I studied university. I learned that in one of the subjects, but I forgot now. So maybe you can search the structures, six structures of family. Right. Okay, so let's have number three. Cam, are according to the paragraph, are large extended families better than nuclear ones? Cam, are you still there?
Yes.
What's your problem, Cam?
I don't know why. Maybe microphone has some problem with Bluetooth. Okay, and the my question is the third question, right?
Yes, that's correct.
I think in my case, I like the smaller family than a bigger family. Because my wife also stay at home all the time. So that's really good for my kids. Can go come home everywhere every time and see. They never feel the lonely in my house. But with many other people, when the both parents have to go out for earning money, they need more bigger family when their grandfather and grandmother can support for their kids when they come back from the school. I think so.
Mm. All right, that's it. But let's look at question number three, and you can answer this according to the essay. So according to the essay, are large extended families better than nuclear ones? Does it say there that nuclear family is better or extended family is better? Which one is better according to the essay?
The I think extended family will better than a nuclear family
Are
because
you sure?
the most in general I think so because I believe that when I grew up in a bigger family I can feel the love and I can feel the feeling of many other people and I have many opportunity to connect with many other people, and especially we really different in general generation, and we have a more uh, um, skill and more connect with many other people. So
More.
that may be bad for me.
Okay. So you have a point there because we have a saying, the more the merrier. Do you understand this? The more the merrier.
No.
It means that if there are many, you will be happier. If there are many people, it's happier. It's noisier, but it's happier. That's what they said. But according to our essay, Anna and Cam, the answer is it doesn't really matter what kind of family. So it says here, if parents are good models and perform their parental responsibilities well, most of the time the children grow up to be conscientious adults no matter what their family structure. So it doesn't matter if you grow up in nuclear or extended. So no type of family is better than the other. It means it's up to the parents. So guys, you have very big responsibility. Okay, so let's have express yourself. Number one, who is the boss in your home? You or your spouse? Anna, do you want to answer? Okay, come.
In my case, it's not a problem with my family because my husband and I are people who always find the truth. So it's if it's hợp lý là gì nè? If it's true,
reasonable price.
if it's true and suitable in this situation, um, it depends on the person who make decision.
Okay, so you're talking about decisions in life, decisions in your family. So you cannot say that there is a leader, the number one leader and the number two leader in your family. Okay, it depends upon the situation. But most of the time, like people are blinded by their own opinions. So we are blinded by our own opinions and we think that our opinions are right. So we think, oh, my decision should be followed because my decision is right. I'm the boss. Like that. Okay. Yeah, well, that's good, Anna. If you can balance everything, if you and your husband can balance everything about family decisions, that's good. So, how about you, Cam?
In my house, the kitchen is the in my kitchen have a boss, of course that is my wife, and other in my house, I also boss.
That's so there is a territory. So the territory of your wife is the kitchen and the rest is yours? Oh my God. So your wife's territory is only the kitchen, Cam. All right, so let's have the second question. Who should do the dishes, the husband or the wife? So I think this is sometimes one of like the ongoing debates or argument of some people. Should the husband do the dishes? Because they said that washing the dishes is a very light, it's a very light job. Like it's not really heavy. So I guess they said that the husband can do it. That's what's according to people's opinion. I heard them say that. How about in your case, Anna?
I think if we can classify the gender of the dishes, uh,
Oh my God.
we can define the husband or the wife was it, but we cannot. So it's the responsibility for both husband and wife.
Mm-mm. Like they can do it, both of them, or the husband can also do it, but there should be no fixed responsibility. Like, okay, your job is only to wash dishes and my job is only this. Like, there's no rules. That's what you mean?
Yes.
All right. How about you, Cam? Should you wash the dishes?
No, I think better is my wife.
Not better.
Why do you think it's better for your wife to wash the dishes?
Um, Maybe she really good at with everything in her kid in the kitchen. And in my case, I'm really bad when I do something in my kitchen. So that's why I believe my wife better than me.
I think Cam will break the dishes, Anna.
Yeah, I have a girlfriend in her family. She always cook and her husband always wash the dish. Um, when her husband cannot do that, she said that uh, he should buy the washing dish machine and
Dishwasher.
dishwasher, and after that, her house have a dishwasher.
I think it's only fair. In my opinion, it's fair if if the wife cooks the food and then the
Yeah,
husband wash the dishes. Do you think so?
yeah.
And
It's
do you
fair.
agree, Cam? That if your wife cook the food, you have to wash dishes? Do you agree with that?
Uh, I don't think so. I think it is me. Yes.
Oh my God. I think if I have a husband like that, I cannot really marry because I think that you should wash the dishes if I cook the food. All right. So let's go to number three. Should wives work outside at home?
I
For
think
what?
uh, I think they should.
Mm.
They cannot just stay at home and take care of their family and cook and wash the dish and clean the floor. It's not fair for the wife.
Mm-mm. Yes, I guess so. The world is actually changing now. I have a student, guys, and um she's now having a meditation, 10 days meditation in Vipassana. She just married 6 months ago, but then she's living in her parents-in-law. But they have a misunderstanding with her father-in-law. It's because right now she's still studying English because she wants to be an English teacher. And then her father-in-law couldn't understand that she needs to study. Like, she needs to study online for English and she needs to study English outside their house. Because the father-in-law believes that she should have kids because she chose to marry. She chose to be married. So she cannot study English and become a teacher. She needs to be pregnant because it's her responsibility. And I feel very sad for her. So most of the time, instead of having a class, we just talk about her life. Yeah, I really feel sad about her because um she knows what's her dream, and she have this dream of becoming an English teacher, and she can't really do it. She's doing it now, but she's tired most of the time because they have a conflict at home about her doing something for what she wants to do. Yeah. So that's just a commercial, guys. I'm just sharing. How about you, Cam? What's your thought on that? Should wives work outside the home?
Uh, Actually, after got married, my wife also stay at home, and sometimes she feel boring. And I think my wife can shoot to go out for find some job for uh, her feel to suitable with her life. And but in the real life, I really live when my wife can stay at home and support me a lot. And maybe in the short future when I have to hire a person for to support, maybe I want to ask my wife to go out and find some job for her.
You agree with that concept or idea? Finally, Cam agree with something, Anna. Okay. Yeah, I think so. If your wife wants it, Cam. If she wants to, maybe you can give her that because the world now is slowly changing, and it's sad if you find something that you want to do but you cannot do it because you are you are limited or you are controlled by what's happening in your current life right now, like having your own family. And my student doesn't have a kid, but she still have problems with like studying to become an English teacher because of course we cannot also blame the old people before because they think very traditional. They think that if you're married, you need to have children and you don't need to work, especially if you're a woman. So we cannot blame their kind of thinking. So let's have number 4. Should husbands do household chores if their wives have a job? I think Anna, you can relate to that question. Turn on your mic, Anna. I think Anna, you're really sleepy.
In my case, I always go out for working, and my husband help me some household chores. But when I come back home, um, I also do my responsibility at home so that I can wash the dish or clean the house and take care of my son, teach him about the homework. Yeah.
It's not easy to clean the house, right? Yeah, when I was in the Philippines, I tried to clean the house and I think I cannot do it in one day, Anna.
But my apartment is so it's not big enough.
Yeah,
It's
our house
small.
also is small. Our house in the Philippines is small. It's not big. And it's flat. It doesn't have second floor, third floor because there's a lot of earthquakes in the Philippines. So you cannot easily build a house with many floors. Because if I clean and then I look at the papers, I stop to clean and read the papers. It took me a long time. That's the reason why. Okay. So I think this is a problem when the wife is working, right? And then the wife will complain that she's very tired because after working outside, she still needs to work when she come home. So, do you agree with the idea, Anna, of having a house helper because you are working?
I think it's normal.
A house helper, not only to cook your food, but to do everything when it comes to your house, such as cleaning the house, doing the dishes, laundry.
This means the husband do all household chores
The house
and
help, house helper.
house helper.
Yeah.
Yeah, uh, if we don't have enough time to do it, they can use house helper to help us.
Mm, yes. Another term for house helper is a maid. MAID. Okay, thank you, Anna. How about you, Cam? I think Cam don't agree with.
In my mind, I think the husband should to support their wife in house chores. But in my case, I'm really lazy when my wife asks me and help her in house chore. So I think I can't imagine after my wife go out for finding some suitable job for her because I don't know how I can face with the house chore. Maybe at that time I will hire a house helper.
Mm, okay, so you cannot live without your wife, Cam.
Yes. I think I'm really live up on her, and every time I really familiar with her take care.
Right. So you are the oldest. You are the eldest child in your family. So you will become, if we call it a housewife, we call it a house husband, right? You know that term, house husband.
Mm.
House husband.
So you
So
have to be
strange.
ready. I suggest that Cam will be a house husband in 1 day or 1 week. It's a challenge.
Uh,
I think in 10 years next.
Because your wife will take a break. Okay, so let's have the next question. Should wives work even after they have children? So there is this discussion also, guys, that if you have kids, it's very difficult for mothers to go to work. Like my mother, because my mother is a cook, and she knows how to cook Korean and Chinese food. So she worked before, and then when she got pregnant, of course she stopped. And then after 1 year, she went back to work. But it's very difficult to leave the child at home. And my aunt was taking care of my baby brother that time. But my mother cannot, like, she can't leave, or she feels bad. So she quit her job. And now she's a housewife waiting for her husband to give her money. Okay, so yeah, in your case, Anna, because you are working, can you share with us your thoughts on
Yeah,
this or your opinion?
in my case, when I give a birth, I I have 6 months off to take care of my son. After that, I have to come back my work. But in my mind, I think if a family can, the wife should uh, spend at least 1 year or 3 years to take care of the baby. After that, when the baby can study in a kindergarten, she come back to work. It's good. It's
Mm.
better.
Yeah, I think so too. I think 6 months is a very short period, and I think the baby is really small that time, and the baby really needs
Yeah.
attention. I also have a student, guys. Things are very really like funny right now. I have a lot of interesting students, but this student of mine is in Ocean Edo. So my student has a 2 months old baby. So
Only
um
2 months.
yeah. So I think I was so like yesterday I was kind of like getting angry because she's 10 minutes late. And then when she told me that she has a daughter, 2 months old daughter, like I did not become angry anymore because I understand her. Why she's late for 10 minutes. And I said, I understand you because your daughter really needs your time and attention. And um I can hear while we are studying her daughter's crying at the background. And I don't know, Anna, maybe you understand that when mothers give birth, they have this what we call postpartum depression. Do you know this? I think Manny should also know this one. It's called postpartum depression. It means that mothers don't feel good about themselves and they have low self esteem. Like they don't believe about themselves anymore. They believe that they look ugly. And some women actually they commit suicide, Anna, because of postpartum depression. Do you know this kind
Uh,
of depression
that means
after giving birth?
after the woman give a birth, they
Yes.
often have a bad thinking.
Mm-mm. Negative thought.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's actually a depression.
It yes, it's a fact.
Mm. So Cam, do you know about that? Cam so busy. Cam, can we disturb you for a moment? So Cam, are you familiar with postpartum depression?
Mm, actually, um, mm, I'm a man, so understand clearly about the feeling of postpartum depression.
Okay, so I think husbands should know this, Anna, because my student told me that she's stupid. She said, I'm so stupid like that. And I think I will not really learn English. And and I think maybe she's like feeling low because she just gave birth. Yeah. So it's important come to know that maybe you don't know your wife will give birth again. And you need to be there to encourage him after that.
Yeah, I
So
think
let's
it's you, and in some situation, the woman can think they can kill themselves.
it's
Yeah.
actually a serious problem and this is real that some mother because they no longer think straight they think of like they just want to kill their kids especially if the child is so noisy and they have to do a lot of things aside from taking care of the children. I watched a certain documentary about this, especially if no one's helping or no one's assisting the mother and she's left at home with a child. The child's crying and everything in the house is so chaotic. Like all of the things are scattered. Yeah, it's like that. Mm. So come, you have to really help your wife if your wife gives birth again. Okay, so let's go to the next question. How should a man feel if his wife makes more money than he does. I just also want to tell a story, guys. I have a friend, and they're not married, but they're living in together. So her boyfriend has a lower salary than her, and so after a very long time, she broke up with her boyfriend because she said that I have a high salary than him, and I think she does not have a dream, and so that's why I broke up with him. So that's why right now I cannot understand her reason, and I didn't send any messages to her right now because I told her that I cannot judge your boyfriend, or I cannot say anything about your boyfriend because I can't understand your decision as well. I don't understand her decision in breaking up with his boyfriend because she said that her boyfriend doesn't have a dream and she has higher salary than her boyfriend. Yeah. So what's your thought about that?
If we count a family as a house, I think the husband mm, like the column in that house,
Like that?
like the column.
Mm.
And that means
The spinal.
husband is very important in his family. Mm, but in the situation, in this situation, if um, the wife make more money than her husband, I think it's a problem, and it become a serious problem
Mm.
with them if the wife behavior to her husband um, not normal. That means
What?
when the wife always think she can earn money more more than her husband,
Mm,
and she behavior with him
mm,
depend on this thinking. It's
mm,
a
mm, okay.
serious problem.
Mm, I understand that. So that the way the wife treats the husband.
Yeah.
Do you believe, Anna, because you're a Catholic, right? So in the Bible, there is this line, wives submit to your husband.
Submit.
Wives submit to your husbands. It means you have to follow, and it means that your husband should be the leader in your family. He should be um, the one who will give direction to your family, and you should follow whatever that he says, whatever decision that he takes. It's biblical. It's according to the Bible. Yeah. Have you read that part?
No, Bina. Maybe
Okay.
I can relate it in the Bible that I heard.
Mm-mm. Okay, I got it. So, how about you, Cam? How would you feel if your wife work and she has the higher salary than you?
Hmm. I think at that time I feel really, really terrible for me when I can't earn money much more than my wife. Because every time my wife always to support everything in my house. So the main problem, my main job is how to earn much money for her. But when I can't earn money than my wife, I think that is my problem. And at that time, I feel everything so bad.
So when you were still boyfriend or girlfriend, you're not yet married, did you promise to give your wife a comfortable life?
Yes, if I in situation if I have a girlfriend with higher salary than me, I think at that time we have to think we have to thinking a lot about the decision getting married because I believe that uh, the people with higher salary in family will to treat other lower, and that is pretty normal in our society. So at that time, I think I don't trust to getting married with a girlfriend with higher salary than me.
That's sad. Oh my goodness. Because you know what? I can't understand my friend for breaking up with his boyfriend because of that reason alone. Because they actually lived together for 9 years already. Yes, and maybe there's another reason, but I don't know what. But I think for me, it's unreasonable to break up because you just rely. Your reason is because you have higher salary. Yeah, just my thought. So let's go to the next question. If a woman made enough money to support the family, should her husband quit his job to look after the house? So you will become a house husband? Anna,
No,
keep it
I
going in
think
daily life.
no, I think that a bad choice. Um, although a woman can make enough money to support the family, her husband uh, shouldn't quit his job. They can hire the housekeeper, house helper to help them about the household chores, and they should spend their time, the rest time of them for their children.
Household chores. Chores.
Chores, household
Okay.
chores.
Mm. All right. I got your point, Anna. So how about you, Cam? Are you willing to be a house husband?
Uh, in my case, I believe that every woman always like really take care their feeling, and I'm not sure if my wife come back after a whole day and she see me with a short pant without a t-shirt and running up and down on the stair for try to keep everything so clean and take care every household. And I think at that time my wife feel terrible about me at that time when I just stay at home and try to keep everything in my house because the woman don't like her husband the same, and the woman feeling really low at that time. And I believe that if the man just stay at home, the position of the man in house in the family really low, and at that time maybe they can't a good voice in his family.
Okay, I got it. So, yeah, I guess so. I also believe that the husband should really be the leader in the house, even though you should be equal when it comes to any other things. But in my own opinion, also, I guess a woman should find a man who knows how to be a leader inside the house, and it will be bad if the husband will stay at home and do all the household chores. yeah, maybe the treatment will be different. I also believe in that. All right, so let's go to the next question. Who should be in charge of disciplining the children? So kids most of the time are asked who is the most disciplinarian? Is it your father or your mother? So they will always say that the one who always disciplined the child is the mother, or the mother is more strict than the father. So in your case, Anna, who should be in charge of disciplining the children?
I think it's me.
It's
And
you?
in this,
Why?
with this question, I think the the person who keep the discipline better is should in charge of the discipline for the children.
Again, Anna, I didn't catch it.
I think in this question, the
Mm.
person who keep discipline better in the family should be in charge of discipline for the children.
So it depends. Who do you think is, um, who do you think will do better when it comes to disciplining your kids? That's
Yeah.
what you want to say. Okay. It doesn't matter if it's the mother or the father. Okay, I got it. How about you, Cab?
In my case, I believe that the role of the husband in his family really important when they can to affect us about his children. And although the husband rarely to take care kids so clearly and carefully as the mother in his family, but almost the time the behavior of kids always affected by husband. So I believe that the husband will to direct their kids behave, and I believe the uh, the husband also too important to see the discipline of their kid.
So you believe it's the husband. Okay. Well, Anna believe it doesn't matter. Who? All right. So let's go to the next question. What did you do and how did you feel when your first child was born? Or in Anna's case, when your son was born because it's only one. And for Cam, when your daughter.
Um, for me, when I have my son, I have a little bit of worry because I and even my family don't have any baby before. So I'm worried about how to become a good mother, how to take care of him
Mhm.
good, yeah, in the good
But
condition.
you gave birth when you were less than 30, Anna, right?
Yeah, when
Uh,
I was 28 years old.
mm. Because they said it's difficult if you give birth if you're more than 30. So the most, oh, but others guys, I've heard they gave birth at the age of like 46, and my mother at the age of 43.
46?
Yeah, 46, 43. Maybe they didn't experience menopause yet. So that's why they were able to give birth. It's but
Mm.
that age is very like we have what we call menopausal baby. You know what does it mean? So menopausal baby is when the the mother stopped having menstruation every month and she still gave birth. Yeah, that's it. So I think many of us will say that it's very difficult, but it's actually possible. But it's very risky, the mother's life and the for the baby's life. Okay, so how about you, Cam?
The in my case, the first time when I hear my wife says to me is we had a baby, and at that time I feel my feeling really complicated when I really care about the time later. Because at that time I'm really young and I don't have any experience in take care of a baby. But other side, I still feel happy when I think, oh my God, anyway I have a baby, and that is my daughter. And I think when I come back, I can see she every time, and I imagine when I come back, she always to run to me and welcome to come back. I'm really happy, but all the time I really nervous about how I can to take care of better life for my daughter. And yes, the feeling of me at that time really complicated.
Okay, I got it. Maybe because it's your first time to have your baby because it's your first. So they said that what you don't know, you will be afraid of it if you don't know about it. So yeah, I think that's pretty normal for every first time parents to feel scared or because the future is unknown. You don't know what will happen in the future. If you can continue to keep up with
And
that.
in the next time, everything so normal, and we can feel the different attitude with the first daughter and with the second son. Very
Mm,
different. When the first daughter, me and my wife also love it, but the second son, we feel everything so comfortable and everything. Maybe we have some small experience and we don't feel too scared about that.
mm. Your second child, because when you say second son, you already have two sons.
Okay.
Okay. So Anna, you have to listen to Cam because Cam said that it would not be difficult for the second time. So Cam's giving you an idea
Yes.
already.
Yes, in my case, with my son, everything so normal. But after he was born, I believe that is the hardest time in my life when every month he always too sick and he make me and my wife really love us every time. And finally, we really scared to one more baby when my grandmother and grandfather also asked me and my wife give a more child for them, but we really scared.
Oh my goodness. So usually grandparents will really demand to have more grandkids because they
Yeah.
love to play with grandkids. I think so. And do you believe, guys, that your mother loves your kids more than they love you? Do you believe in that?
Yes.
Because I feel that when I was a child, like I think my grandmother and grandfather loves me more than they love their own children. All right.
Hmm.
So, yes, Cam, what do you want to say?
Uh, in In my case, when my daughter still little baby, I really love her. But now at the moment when she become more grew up, I feel I love my son than her. I don't know why,
Oh,
and that's why I believe that my mother also love my kids than me, because maybe the every people like us a little small thing.
mm. Oh my God, Cam. So you should not let your daughter hear that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But I guess like this is just my personal opinion. Um, I think kids will be very lucky if they still have grandparents. It's really a good feeling and a good experience to have grandparents and to experience the love, because kids will think that they have someone at their back, especially when their parents will scold them or discipline them. The grandparents will save them. Okay. So let's have the next question. Did you expect a boy as your first child?
Yeah. For me, I always expect a boy when I'm pregnant because I think in Vietnamese family,
Mm.
they always expect they have at least a boy to keep the family name longer.
Mm. To make your family name survive. But Anna, I have one question. Do you believe like in the Philippines, people believe that if you're pregnant and you look ugly, just there that's their term. If you look ugly, your child is a boy. And then if you look beautiful, your child is a girl. Because
Oh.
I don't know that you know what's ultrasound, right?
Yeah,
Ultrasound, yeah.
it's
And
not
they
familiar with me.
ultrasound. I think you know this. It's when you go to the doctor and scan your stomach to know if your child is a boy or a girl.
Yeah, about 5 months pregnant. The doctor
Mm,
can say the gender of the baby.
mm. Okay. So, but to other people, if they don't have ultrasound yet, that's the way on how to tell if your child is a son or a daughter. It depends on your face. If you look ugly or if you look beautiful. Okay. So how about you, Cam?
In my situation, I don't any expert about gender in my first child because I don't want to make a pressure on my wife. And the second, I believe that I just want a trial really normal after uh, were born, and I don't expect about gender.
Maybe you are more scared than boys always make women ugly. Yes, they said that.
I really scared when I feel too comfortable when I have a daughter than a boy, because when I have a son, my responsibility also higher, and I believe that training a son also harder than training a girl, and that's
Mm,
why I really scared when I have a son.
yes, I guess so. And that's what I shared to you last time, guys, that most of my cousins are becoming there. I don't know if they will really be, but they're becoming gays according to their actions. And then my mother told me, I guess it's better for them to become gay than to be be really a man because most men cause a lot of troubles. And then now that my mother had a son, my mother would say, "No, he should not be a gay because his father will be very angry." And I keep on teasing her. I said, "So what will happen if he will really be gay? You cannot control that." So I guess they have this kind of stereotype that if you are a man, you cause a lot of trouble than if you are a woman. So I would like to ask question, Cam. Did you cause a lot of trouble because you're a man?
Yes, I think so. When we were in high school and elementary, I always to make noise in my class, and every time my parents always is the first people when my roommate class to invite to for meeting, and that's a problem in whole time when I in learn in school.
Oh my goodness. So your parents were always cold in
Mm,
school because you did
yes.
something? How about you, Anna? Were your
Yeah.
parents always cold before when you were studying by your teacher or by your school because you did something wrong?
No, Bina. I'm not like Cam.
I think Cam and I are the same, Anna. I cannot like understand because of course kids like wants to play, right? So during classes we always play inside a classroom and our teachers always get angry and throw all our bags outside and called our parents. Yes. So sometimes, yeah, kids really do that at school. And it's good to experience that, Anna, being called by the office because you said you did something bad when you were a child. I think that's a very good experience when you grow up already, but don't do it always because your record will be bad. Okay, so let's have the next question. Describe how your family members share household duties. So this time we will know if Cam really do something or do nothing at all. Okay. So who wants to answer first, guys? In my case, if I stayed in the Philippines, I just usually wash the dishes. That's really my main job. Or maybe sweep the floor, just two.
In my case, both my husband and I share house chore, but I always do a lot than him.
is is that an issue, Anna, that you do more than him or you work more than him at home? Is that an issue for you or it's nothing and you will say it's
uh,
normal?
it's, a, it's an issue for me when I feel tired or when I come back home late, but I think a lot of things waiting for me to do.
Mm, okay. I hope that you could share your household chores with your husband. All right. How about you, Cam?
Because in my house, my wife take care everything. I just come out and take my kids to go out for exercise, and then we finish a day with a dinner. That's it.
Mm. So you are in charge of your children while your wife is working. Oh, that's good already, Cam. You are helping your wife in that sense. I think that's a good thing. Okay, so let's have the next question. What do you think about living with your parents-in-law?
Mm. In my
Anna?
case, I never thought I want to live with my parent-in-law because the first is the every Vietnamese people always dislike that, and in my case, I don't want to live on my parent-in-law. Although I received many support from my parent-in-law, but I never want to live with them.
I guess that's really an issue for most couple. But there are really parents-in-law guys that if especially if the couples are newly married, they really want you to stay with them. They don't want you to have the independence. And I think maybe it's a problem because you cannot have freedom. How about you, Anna?
I think we should stay in each house. Shouldn't live with parent-in-law because there are many conflicts happen with all the member in this family.
Conflict, yes, right. I understand that because my parents lived with my grandparents before and they really struggle hard so that they can be independent. It's very important. So let's have number 13. Do you enjoy taking care of your children? Oh my God. In my case, when I try to like take care of my baby brother, maybe I will only last for 2 hours. It's very difficult. I enjoy teasing my young brother, but maybe taking care is a different thing. So how about you, Anna? Do you enjoy taking care of your son?
I just enjoy when he don't cry. I think if
Oh,
a baby
and
cries, um, uh, if a baby cries, uh, we easily get angry or stressed.
we don't know how to stop them from crying. It's the hardest part. Yeah. But according to the people that I've met, they said that the hardest part is when your kids will be sick and they're crying and you don't know why, what's hurting them like that. So how about you, Kam? Do you enjoy taking care of your children?
Yes, I like that, but I think I just want to taking care my children in a short time, and in the long time, I feel I can't focus on that, and I really not comfortable.
Mm. Oh my God, I forgot to greet you, Anna. Happy Mother's Day. I think maybe 3 days ago, it's the International Mother's Day. International. And there was this commercial that they said one of the greatest job or the toughest job is being a mother because you have to work 24 hours, no breaks, no off, but you don't have a salary. So Anna, congratulations on being a mother. Happy Mother's Day. I can't hear you, Anna.
No, I forget yesterday is the Mother Day, Ina.
Mm, okay. So let's have the last question. Talk about the roles of a mom and a dad in disciplining children. Maybe you can reflect in your own family. How do you discipline your kids and how does your wife discipline your kids? Your son is already awake, Anna.
He's waiting me take him to his school.
Uh, we only have few questions. One question. Okay, so Ka, maybe you want to answer first in number 14.
Uh, in my case, I think the most important role of a husband in his family is to how to make the discipline for his kids, and with the wife is how to make their kids can feeling the love from his parent, the children's parent. I think so.
All right, I got your point. So, the father should be more on the disciplinary side, while the mother is supplying love. Okay. So, how about you, Anna?
Yeah, uh, in my case, I think that should be more strict, um, more responsible for disciplining the children, while the mom should be gentle and sweetly with them.
Mm. But nowadays, guys, fathers are many fathers are cooler than the mother. Especially if the child wants something, they prefer to ask their dads than their mother. Especially when it comes to allowance or giving money. All right, so let's have opinion samples. Let's have opinion number one. So I guess Anna, this is your you can relate to this one and then come in number two. So tell me what can you say in number one?
Yeah, in number one, that's my situation.
Mm.
Um, I think it's good for both of them because they can know clearly about uh, the the other uh, responsible. They can know clearly each other if they can change the wrong. Yeah. Cái gì vậy
Okay.
em?
All right. So let's have number two. Cam.
Um, I agree with that. In the first, that is a good point. If I have a daughter, and I also have a daughter in my life, and I believe that when my daughter to grow up, she can support for her mother so much. And at that time, every house chores in my house will to share for my daughter, and my wife also have more time for take care herself.
Oh, you're expecting your daughter now to help in the household chores.
Yes.
Oh my God. I will be sad if I am your daughter. All right. So let's go to the first expression. Many a family argument has been saved by the doorbell or telephone. Do you agree with this, Anna? Oh, come on. You want to answer that?
Uh, in this expression, actually, I don't know clearly. I
Mm.
think maybe they argument all the time and it just stop when the doorbell ring or the telephone ring, right?
Yes, exactly. when you are about to have argument, or you are about to have maybe a small fight, and then someone came in your house or comes in your house, maybe you will of course stop having an argument.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it is. And yeah, I believe what something that I learned, and my mother always tell me, if there is an issue inside your family, it should only stay inside your family and you should not tell it to other people, because if one of the members of the family will have a bad image, all your family will have a bad image. It will affect all of you. So what's inside the family should stay inside the family. And that's what she taught me. So how about number two, come? There is just as much authority in the family today as there ever was. Only now the children exercise it. So at first, this expression actually is somewhat difficult to understand for me. So what do you understand about this expression, Cam?
I think I don't understand this question.
Okay, so there is just as much authority in the family today as there ever was. Only now the children exercise it. So it's true that in our family, guys, there are a lot of rules and authority. Maybe it's the parents who should be followed. But in today's generation, the children exercise it. So it means that kids controls the
Yes.
family authority more than the parents. Do you believe it's happening? That kids are controlling the family's policies?
The in my family, my wife also to prioritize for me when for me offer every decision, and especially some rule in my family. And
Mm,
anyway, I believe that if my wife have some any rules and me have some any rules, that's also to affect on my kids when they have to they have been affected and they have to exercise it, and that's why I believe that.
mm. All right. So I hope that this will not happen. That the kids will become the leader in the family. Okay. Maybe sometimes when you will say that okay, you cannot buy that, but then your children really wants to buy it, then you cannot do something because also you want your kids to be happy and then you buy them the thing. But like your kids will be the one who will be the authority in the family, it's different. All right. So do you have any questions when it comes to family? Okay, Anna, I cannot hear.
No,
Okay, guys.
Venus.
So please send your homework here. Okay, so I think that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoy spending time with your family. Thank you very much. Bye, everyone.
Yeah,
Okay, thank
bye.
you.